a seed, even in determination of sex. A woman's egg has 2 X chromosomes, and the seed has an X chromosome and a Y chromosome. If the man throws a Y chromosome, in other words, the particular seed that causes the fertilization, that's going to be an XY, and a boy will be born. And if a man throws a seed that has an X chromosome, it's going to be an XX, and a girl is going to be born. Okay, that's it. So the man is the influence, man is the giver, the woman's the receiver. The man's job is to give, woman's job is to receive. You don't like that, guys? That's the way Hashem created. Okay, so go to Hashem. This is the biological apparatus that Hashem gave us to reproduce. This is our job. Okay, this is the way Hashem did. You know, the tractor, you want to be a Mercedes, you're going to be a frustrated Mercedes. You can't be, you're a tractor. And the Mercedes wants to be a tractor, you're going to be a frustrated tractor. You go in a minute in the field, you're going to sink in the mud. Okay, stay on the highway. Man has his job and woman has his job. And I tell men, I said, the minute you expect to receive from your wife, look at the distorted notion of Western sex. Excuse me for being vulgar, when a man wants to get something from a woman. When a man wants to get something from a woman, he now becomes spiritually a woman. When a man comes home and he wants something from his wife, he's a woman, and 2 women can't get along in the same kitchen. Okay, that's Shalom Bayis. And then when a man gives, he knows that he gives, and at the end I'm going to hold time for questions, okay? And the man gives and the woman receives, everything is fine. Now people say, the man say, wait, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. The Torah says that the Shiluach Ken, Torah has all kinds of mitzvahs where it's fair. Now, this is what Hashem decided. Hashem is the master engineer. He created us to do a job. But hold the phone. Okay, let's go back to the Faculty of Agriculture. And we see something great. Beloved sisters, do you know why you can't raise watermelon and cantaloupes and gourds and squash in a greenhouse? You can have tomatoes in the greenhouse. You can have all kinds of other nice things in the greenhouse. Because they grow by the light of the moon. They have to be an open field. What do we learn from this? The moon does not stay beholden. The moon knows how to do exquisite things with the light it receives from the sun. If a husband is smart enough to bring his wife light, what is light? Light is a smile. Light is spiritual influence. It brings wife happiness. Light is when he says Torah at the Shabbos table. Light is when he gives her a compliment. Light is when he gives her the weekly salary. Light is spiritual light and physical light. She does great things with both parts of the light. Okay? Now, let's suppose that the husband is not giving enough light. All right, you say, okay, I have a right, according to the Zohar, I have a right to be nervous, I have a right to be angry, I have a right to complain, I have a right not to smile at him, I have a right to give him a rough time. According to dry halacha, true, you certainly have a leg to stand on. Because he signs the ketubah, you have to sign a ketubah, but you don't commit to him to anything. According to dry doraita, the rabbanan, a woman has to do different jobs at home. Okay, you know, the whole thing, handling the house and raising the children, that's the rabbanan. But according to doraita law, if a woman lies in bed all days and pops chocolates in her mouth, but if she cooperates in procreation, then she's okay. Then she's okay. She could be a kosher woman. All right. Now the Gemara says if she's lazy, she's going to get into all kinds of trouble. The Gemara talks about what kind of trouble. Okay, but basically, a man gives the ketubah. The ketubah says, "Ve'eflach, ve'okir, I'll cherish you, I'll work for you, I'll make a living for you." Boom, boom, boom. And he has to say that it gives you, it promises you. The Torah commits him that the three big promises, sher ksut and oina. He has to commit. The wife, all she has to do is to cooperate and be his helpmate in doing his mitzvah of Pri Reviyah, which is the first mitzvah in the Torah. Okay. So by dry law, if he's not giving you what you need, you give him a rough time, but you're going to suffer. Why are you going to suffer? If you turn your husband, if I say, you're a floor mop, you're not doing your job, you're still his mate. As long as you don't go to Beit Din, you're his mate. Okay, so if you're his floor mop, A floor mop goes together with the shmata. Alright? If he's a floor mop, then you're a shmata. Okay. But despite everything, suppose he doesn't deserve it, but you turn him into a king, you're his mate. That makes you a queen. Now, let's see what he has to go through. Today, in the year 5770, it is rough out there. The husband is an economic gladiator. Not only is he an economic gladiator, if he's learning Torah, he's got everybody and their grandmothers telling him he should be working and not learning Torah. What he's doing, he's making a living. He's got everybody, he's got his boss on his back and his customers on his back and his co-workers on his back. Everybody is tearing that poor guy down. He goes to Miluim, he's got his commanders on his back. Everybody is tearing at the flesh of that poor guy you're married to. And he comes home, all he wants is a little bit of comfort. Most guys, they come home before, I'm saying most guys, and I know unfortunately one of the reasons that really pushed us to get the books out is because we couldn't handle the consultation anymore, private consultations. Well, they come home, and rather than hello sweetheart before the guy gets his hat and coat off, he's got a 105mm howitzer aimed at his eyes. And he gets fired away with this is no good and this is no good, and he can hear, wait a second, and you're no good and you're okay. This destroys him. There's an expression in Yiddish, when 10 people say you're drunk, go to sleep. So many people are on his cage, this is not good enough, and this is not good enough, and this is not good enough. And he's fighting to keep his self-image above water. When his wife, all she has to do is put her thumb, and she sinks. And that's why he said, what did I say? You're so touchy. Because when he got home, you don't know he's been home. He's in the battlefield all day long. When a person is in the battlefield and he's been ducking bombs, you could pick up your hand to scratch your head. He thinks you're threatening him. To know, a husband has to come. Let him come down. Give him a chance to get in the door. Sweetheart, how are you? How's your day? Okay. Let him sit down and eat something. Even his body, he's probably lacking carbohydrates. His brain, he's lightheaded. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. There is so much more that you can get out of him by positive reinforcement. Today at the yeshiva, I gave a preparation lesson for Shavuos. The next 3 weeks, Zot Hashem, we're going to be giving lessons in Australia and in Hong Kong. We won't be in Eretz Yisrael. I hope we look forward. This is the only reason we leave Eretz Yisrael is to spread emuna and then get back real as fast as possible, B'ezrat Hashem. But I explained to the wives, said, the more your husbands learn Torah, that's the more light. But someone, why don't you learn Torah? Why don't you do this? He'll never learn Torah that way. He'll never learn Torah. Go with him with positive reinforcement. What's positive reinforcement? In other words, maybe leave, there's some nice sheets, the Torah sheet, leave a book hanging around, a story, this and that, and he'll see something. As soon as he says something at the Shabbos table, some husbands, they get up and they want to leave. No, but we know, Shabbos table needs light, not just a piece of fish and a chicken. The Torah and a story and family, and this is prime time. If you want to see where they had family shalom bayit, not just between husband and wife, and not between parents and kids, but parents and kids and husband and wife, where the whole family is in shalom bayit, I guarantee you that's a family with a solid Shabbat table. Because when the family has a Shabbat table, then that's it. Everybody's together. For example, we have a book, Hasidic Prose, I wrote just for that purpose. So there would be things that people could say on the Shabbat table and a story for the whole family that everyone could discuss. Get everyone in together. So when a husband, he says a story, oh sweetheart, that was great. And he says a chidush on the parsha. And if it's a chidush that you heard it 35 times, he said on the parsha, what do you care? Great. The same thing, when you made the same challah, but he says it's great. How does it make you feel? Just how you feel, that's the way he feels also. So say he's a man, he should receive. Okay, sure, that's a man. You could go with a dry thing, but the way we treat others is the way Hashem treats us. Oy vavoy if we expect Hashem to go with the book.